Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I am on another chairlift in the beautiful Maribel in the French Alps, and as you may have noticed, I am missing something from the side of my bags. The aim for today is to move fast and capture light as it changes on the mountains. I'm not working on one shot, I'm going to be working on many shots. The main reason is to try and find new locations, new spots, places to spend that bit more time. So it's a bit of a scouting mission, also a bit of exploration, and I figured I'd bring you along for the ride. So enjoy. One of my main reasons for doing this and bringing you along with me is not only for me to go and scout the area, but it's to show you the importance of choosing the right focal length. Now, I have got the Holy Trinity. I go all the way from 15mm to 200mm, so I've got plenty to choose from, and with that I can do so many different effects, creating so many different types of images. So hopefully this is going to be pretty interesting. Now, the light over that direction, incredible. Keep on getting light rays and everything, but if you have a little look, that range is not very interesting, and that's the issue. So the sunrise over there, if I wanted to get a sunset from the top of here, I would have to set off super early. So the likelihood of me getting to the top of there for sunrise, but over that direction you have to be on that next ridgeline. So another evening, what I'll do is I'll take you across to that ridgeline over there, and we'll go and capture some images off there. But we're almost at the top now, only one more lift to go. Here we are in the final bubble. Apologise about the acoustics, yeah, absolutely terrible. But this is the summit we're about to head up to. Not too sure what the peak's called, but it has got some serious character. Just check that out. Look at them peaks, the way they gnarl into the sky. They're just absolutely epic. At some point, that will be the focus of an evening vlog. I've been watching to see when not the aurora, I've been watching to see when the Milky Way, that's what I've been trying to get to. I've been watching to see when the Milky Way goes all the way across the top of there. Now that will be well worth a little bit of a walk up, trying to find the right composition to get the Milky Way going across that peak. Just imagine it. But from the top of here, hopefully we're going to get that light cast onto a section of mountains just over in that direction that looks so gnarly. They look good on their own, but with that light they will look absolutely superb. So all we can do is cross our fingers and hope for the best, because I don't know what's going to happen. Quite a big, thick band of clouds just over that direction. So, hello. Yeah, didn't expect to be here in my bedroom. Sorry about the acoustics, absolutely terrible, I know. But yeah, so I got there and I got to this epic view. Just look at this as it pans across. Isn't that incredible? And what I did, I started off by taking a couple of pictures at different focal lengths, starting off at 24, working all the way through 30, well 35, 50, and then through to the most importantly 75. And when I got to 70, it was a little bit close.
started to get a little bit too tight, started to get a bit constrained, a bit claustrophobic around that big mountain. So I decided to flip it into portrait mode, and I got this shot. And yeah, it looked nice, but then I'm starting to miss out on that sky, and that sky had so much drama. So I got the camera and I did a little bit of video work for you, and this is it all the way on 24mm. Look at that peak there, centralized. Look at that side light coming down the side of it. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? But it's so busy on the bottom, you're getting so much more. So I'll zoom in a little bit, and I managed to get all the way into a 35mm, and this is where I think it looks at its best. I really like how this looks. Zoom in again and managed to get all the way through to 50mm. This might even be on 70mm actually. Again, trying to remember what's going on. Nope, this one is 70mm, and look how tight it is on the rocks on the left hand side, and just that mountain up there centralized. It looks absolutely stunning. But what I decided to finish with was a shot where I had it on about 50mm, 35 to 50mm, and I put the peak on the right hand side and then the peak on the left hand side. Now I'm not sure which one actually looks better, so I'm going to leave it to me finishing up this little section, and yeah, see what I see on top of the mountain. Yeah, really happy with that final result. I think shooting from the left and shooting from the right, having the peak in both top corners, really worked very well. I'm not sure which one's the best. Comment in below and you tell me which one you think was the best. But there are more shots to be had. I don't want to spend too much time on this point, but this is one that I will spend an entire evening capturing it through time, sunset, evening glow, you know, that beauty of a shot. But it's time to snowboard further down the mountain and see what else we can find.
I had a feeling when arriving here there would be a point where I wish that I'd had my tripod, but it's okay because this is that point. Yeah, but we can overcome it. There are ways and means around not having a tripod. I could use my GoPro, sorry, my Joby Gorilla Pod. I could use that, but I'm not going to. But this shot, I don't think this one's wide enough. I'm going to show you what I mean. So flicking into camera mode and filming. So I quite like these rocks right here. I like them as a maybe a funky little leading line, starting over here, using this one as sort of an anchor, bringing your eye around. But when I get down this low, you can't really see what's going on up there. And this is all the way on 24mm. So I think what I'm going to have to do is switch to my wide angle lens, and that's why it's good to have a nice variety of lenses. I'm not saying go out and blow your budget and spend everything on a bunch of lenses, but it is quite nice having multiple options. So a quick little change, and let's see how this one looks. So at the moment I'm on 24mm, but look at that. As soon as you widen that out, it just opens up the possibilities. That is pretty nice. Now if I drop down the exposure, you can see what I'm really looking at. So look at that, with a dark sky, almost God rays, mountains, and then with them rocks acting like a leading line. Now if I had a tripod, this shot would probably be pretty special, but I'm going to have to go on the fact that this camera has great dynamic range. So I'm shooting on 18mm, my settings f8, 3/20th of a second, ISO 64, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus to infinity. I'm going to choose the furthest point, peak right off in the distance, and I'm checking the histogram on the back because I don't want any information lost. I'd rather have really dark shadows than information lost. So I'm going to drop it a little bit more. So I've gone through a whole range of different things because it has to be right within that one shot. It's really important. So the final settings, f11, ISO 64 and 400th of a second, and I'm pretty happy with that shot. Check it out. So I think it's time to head to the final summit of this little adventure. The shots that have been caught so far I am super happy with, and to think I almost didn't even bother coming out. That would have been such a mistake because it is absolutely beautiful. Just look at that. So pretty. But look at the darkness we're about to travel into. It looks so dark and moody and foreboding, but hopefully from the place we're about to go, it'll make quite a nice shot. Well, yeah. So the lift that I was planning on coming down to, which is just over there, it's closed. So I guess we're not going to get to that final peak. So in turn that probably means that this is the end of the vlog, and I never got to use my 70 to 200mm, which is very sad indeed. But I hope you've enjoyed the vlog, and we did do two set of lenses, my 24 to 70 which produced this beauty, and my 15 to 30mm which produced this beauty. Hopefully both beauties. But having that range of lenses makes such a difference, and choosing what should go into that image and what shouldn't be into that image again makes such an difference. I'm going to snowboard while we do this, so yeah, makes a big difference telling that story, not adding too much pointless stuff in, and just keeping it concise to the point. It's really tempting when you have a big view, big vistas like I've had today, just to get everything in there. But you just don't need to. You just don't need to at all. So yeah, my thoughts for this week, choose what needs to be in there and get rid of what doesn't. And if you go really wide in your focal length, you can always crop. It doesn't need to be done with lenses. You can crop that stuff out. So yeah, that is my thoughts, and I will see you next week, where I imagine we'll be somewhere in the Alps. You never know. Right, peace out.
If you talk all the time, you'll never hear what anybody else has to say, and therefore all you'll have to talk about is your own conversation. The same is true for people who think all the time. That means, when I use the word think, talking to yourself, subvocal conversation, the constant chit-chat of symbols and images and talk and words inside your skull. Now, if you do that all the time, you'll find that you've nothing to think about except thinking. And just as you have to stop talking to hear what others have to say, you have to stop thinking to find out what life is about. And the moment you stop thinking, you become into immediate contact with